All right, let's talk about 2026. A whole bunch of disruptive forces are set to converge, and we're here to give you a survival guide. Now, this isn't about fear. It's about being prepared. So let's dive right in. So, I'll just ask you straight up. Are you ready? It's a simple question, right? But the answer, well, that's a lot more complicated. The ground is literally shifting beneath our feet, economically, in our homes, and at our jobs. And it demands a whole new strategy for the years ahead. Okay, let's start with the big picture. 1.8%. That is the projected economic growth for Korea. And what that number really screams is stagnation. We're talking about a period where just treading water is going to feel like a serious struggle. And while that growth is slowing down, our currency is feeling the pressure. Big time. If the won to dollar exchange rate hits this number, 1,480, you can expect a domino effect. It's going to impact everything from the price of your groceries to the stability of local jobs. So what happens when you throw all these things together? You get what we're calling the 2026 perfect storm. And listen, this isn't about one single crisis. It's a bunch of different challenges all hitting us at the exact same time. So just to break it down, we are facing this nasty combination of sluggish growth at home, a really weak currency, and just intense pressure from global trade. You put that all together and it creates this thick fog of economic uncertainty. So how do we navigate this chaos? Well, the core idea we're digging into today is something called horsepower. See, 2026 is the year of the horse. The thinking is we all need to build our own powerful momentum, our own driving force, to just blast through these really unpredictable times. Now let's bring this down to earth and see how this storm is affecting something we all care about, the housing market. And it's not hitting everyone the same way. Nope, it's creating a massive, massive divide. And this table just lays it out perfectly. The contrast is just extreme. In Seoul's prime Gangnam areas, apartment prices are through the roof. But you look at provincial areas, and loan delinquency rates are hitting all-time highs. It's truly a tale of two markets, and a really clear sign of this growing economic polarization. And because of that pressure, we're seeing new ways of living pop up, like the 1.5 household. Think of it like this. You get to keep your independence, that's the one, but you share the financial and emotional load with someone else, that's the 0.5. So maybe it's friends sharing an apartment to slash costs, but still living their own separate lives. And this trend is directly changing the housing market, making smaller, more efficient apartments way more popular. But you know, this storm isn't just economic. It is absolutely technological. So next up, let's look at how AI is coming in and completely rewriting the rules of the entire professional world. So we've all heard about generative AI by now, right? But the next big leap is something called reasoning AI. Now, this isn't just about creating stuff. This is an AI that can make its own logical judgments and decisions. And trust me, that is a total game changer for anyone who does knowledge work. And wow, this slide just nails the impact. New hires for lawyers have dropped by over 23%. You have to ask why, right? Well, it's because reasoning AI can now handle a ton of the entry-level research that junior lawyers used to do. The message here is crystal clear. That first rung on the professional ladder, it's starting to vanish. So, is AI our friend or is it our foe? A Harvard study gives us a pretty big clue. For high-skilled workers who actually know how to use it, AI gives a huge productivity boost. But, and this is a big but, for lower-skilled workers who just blindly rely on it, their productivity actually drops by 19%. Using AI skillfully isn't a bonus anymore. It's a survival skill, period. This tech shift is also blowing up old corporate structures. AI is taking over the reporting and coordination tasks that middle managers used to do, creating what's being called the ultra-flat organization. In this new setup, executives are working directly with AI tools, which means managers who don't have practical, hands-on skills are seriously at risk of becoming obsolete. And this whole revolution isn't just for office jobs. We are now seeing a fundamental challenge to physical labor and to the unions that have represented those workers for decades. I want you to meet physical AI. Humanoid robots are no longer science fiction. They are being rolled out right now in factories, in warehouses, and on construction sites. These things can work 24/7, and they are starting to replace human workers in pretty much every physical job you can think of. And the consequences for traditional labor are pretty stark. I mean, it's simple math. Fewer human workers means fewer union members. The projection is that within just 10 years, union membership could shrink to a fraction of what it is today, just gutting their negotiating power. And in 20 years, The traditional union model, as we know it, could literally face extinction. For them to survive, there has to be a major paradigm shift. The focus can't just be on protecting jobs that are frankly disappearing. Instead, these organizations have to transform. They need to become platforms for job transition support and reskilling, guiding workers into the new roles of the future. Okay, we've talked about a lot of challenges. So what's the solution? How do you personally survive and even thrive in all this? Well, the idea we're exploring proposes this really powerful new model for the professional of the future. You need to become the Centaur. Yeah, think about the mythical creature, the head and torso of a human and the body of a horse. In this metaphor, you are the human head. You provide the strategy, the creativity, the ethics, the final responsibility. AI provides the powerful legs, the incredible speed, the data processing, the tireless execution. The real winners in 2026 are going to be these hybrid professionals who absolutely master that collaboration. So here it is, your actionable playbook. Number 1 is price decoding. This means looking past the price tag to understand the true cost and value of anything you buy. It's like having X-ray vision for your finances. Second, ready core. This is all about building a solid core of adaptable skills by just constantly learning. Maybe it's spending an hour a week mastering new software. It's about being ready for a future you can't even predict. And third, human in the loop. This is the essence of being a Centaur. You are in command of the technology. It is not in command of you. You use your human wisdom as the final judge, every single time. At the end of the day, these changes aren't just something that's going to happen to us. They are something we have to actively navigate. The storm is coming, for sure, but the tools are here and the models for success are emerging. The only real question left is the one you have to answer for yourself. Who are you going to be?